Dear guardians, when I see your faces, it is like the barriers of time tumble in, but oh, how my heart aches when I think of the duty you adopted. It was more than even the gods had the right to ask of you. You did in a ruptured world, wherein all resolve had crumbled. You renounced life and liberty to stand guard. When I despair, I think of your sacrifice. In my darkest hours,
It's a good thing to be cherished.
Even though apparently we had to give up life and liberty for that to happen.
Hail, holy light, offspring of heaven, firstborn! To ask or search, I blame thee not. For Rivellon is as the book of the gods before thee set, wherein to read his wondrous works and learn his seasons, hours or days or months or years. About me. The Guardian's first disobedience, and the fruit of that forbidden box, whose depths brought death into this world. And I come no spy with purpose to explore or to disturb the secrets of your realm. But secrets of my own I bring. Which way I fly is here. Myself am here, but in the lowest deep, a lower deep still threatening to whence thou returnest, and whither
I'm overheating here.
About face!
Ah, the Source Hunter. Oh, so, let me get this straight. By Bella... Anyway, be the... I'm Captain or... if you must. Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? I haven't been stuck here for 2 years because we're being besieged by fluffy kittens, you know. Those brain-feasting freaks out there keep on coming. And it takes all the sword arms and all of our who's half-baked contraptions to keep them at bay. Keeping them at bay, that is all we do. Were that I could break their backs once and for all. What'd you take me for? An ignoramus? That accursed name rings a goddamn Carillion. He was the last sorcerer king. We may well stand on unholy ground right now. For they say his remains were buried in what is now Sicily. The Mad King for Mad City. I'd say they are looking for weak spots in our defenses. They can't make an attack over land for fear of Ahu's magical... I don't see how my mother-in-law is any of your business, Hunter. Seriously, though, I doubt information given by the zombified remains of a counselor is to be trusted. But then again, you do take the advice. I heard she has a cottage in the forest north of the city. I'm sure it's made of gingerbread and you'll find the remains of eaten children. So off you trot in chase of fairy tale fiends. You, again. Do feel free to depart from Sicily at your earliest convenience. Oh, what now?
Barracks, march! Recruits, that was slaughter.
Some call it luck, others call it skill.
Seven inspire us.
Yes, baby. Bless the seven, I am restored.
For hope, for glory, for victory!
In the name of the goddess, halt! Who goes there? A wanderer, you say? A lost sheep, perhaps, that has found its flock? The stable of immaculates? Why, it's Silver Glen, of course. Once the abode of miners, now the abode of the faithful. We have traded the search for silver for the pursuit of divinity. I'm sure this sounds strange in what are strangers' ears, but you must know that but a short while ago a frightful sickness felled us by the dozen. She showed us how we may overcome the frailty and even the decrepitude of our mortal bodies. That is why we now live a life of devoutness and civility, so that we may become... But I suggest you talk to Father Loik if you want to learn more about the ways of the goddess. Be welcome, therefore, to Silverglade. Beware of the
I
lost
wouldn't
ones out
trust
there.
these sentries to guard a
Their
pig
blood
pen.
is in-
Keep alert, comrades. There's something fishy about this place.
The Immaculates here seem to be a friendly enough bunch.
Seem being the operative word. Let's remain vigilant.
Bless the seven, I am restored.
The world is not immaculate as yet. Be wary. Be vigilant.
Over here, Hunter. It's me, Arm.
Source Hunter, you've made it into the hamlet of Silverglen, I see. Unnerving spot, don't you find? Leandra has fashioned herself a hero here, but the townsfolk don't seem to know the truth behind the conduit, though they call themselves Immaculates. They're thick as trout, if you ask me, and unnaturally obsessed with ancient teachings. I haven't seen Leandra here myself, but she must have put on quite a show of magical mastery to enthrall a crowd of shaggy miners. To have them hop on the bandwagon of a shadowy religion. Haven't you heard them whisper of the blood? How their eyes shine when they discuss certain stellar stones? Star stones, of course, which drenched in blood become bloodstones. And now I can see how it could be a fantastic thing to nurse a dying human back to health, if all it takes is to sacrifice a toad. But they all act like they're following a benign goddess that will lead them to paradise. But I'll be a dappled Dalmatian if any of that is true. I've been shadowing the local priest, a man by the name of Loik. I have the feeling he knows more than most in Silverglen, for I've followed him in the night when he meets with cloaked strangers, Mangoth, Hyberheim. Of strange things I've heard him whisper. Yes, this priest has shady goings-on written all over that smug, holier-than-thou face of his. But we must start at the beginning, Source Hunter. The White Witch is still at large. If we want to get to the true heart of Leandra's doings, we must start with her sister. And she's far likelier to be in her cabin among the trees than here among... The advantage of being a puss, my friend, is that one can pussyfoot. A white-haired wizard draws it. Not that I'm not extra aware. The Immaculate's presence here is highly disconcerting. But we mustn't lose sight of our mission, Source Hunter.
The world is not immaculate as yet, friend. Be wary. Be vigilant.
I sense enemies nearby.
I invoke the fervor of flame.
Prepare for battle. Sweet relief.
Works every time.
My kingdom for a dry shot! Back on my feet again. On the man.
Wait! Stop! Can it be? A source hunter? Oh, my fortune, my fate! I am saved! They're coming for me! They know I've escaped! And they won't stop until they've sliced me in two and corrupted my corpse with darkness! The cult! The dark heart of the Immaculates! The corrupted few who lead... Well, they won't stop until they've silenced me! And worse... I am Samid, once a humble miner, once a devoted Immaculate, now a refugee in flight from both religion and home. The witch? Why, her cabin is only a short walk from here. I'd always heard tell that she, the strange and silent keeper of Luculla, was a sorcerer herself. Though now I see that, if that were true, the Immaculates will be as it stands. The conduit herself ordered that the witch be contained at all costs. I know not why, but any enemy I once counted myself among their most faithful. Such a devotee to the Immaculate Way was I, that I rose swiftly through its ranks. Became privy to each of the... But in time, I discovered too much. When I was granted access to Sacred Stone, the most protected Immaculate village, I watched with horror. I immediately reported this corruption to our highest priest, Lady Attenbearer. I'll never forget her laugh. Mirthless and savage. She was why I escaped that terrible place as quickly as my feet could fly. And now, you must do what I cannot. You must end the darkness that has consumed the Immaculate Way. The source that corrupts it. To gain access to that nest of vipers, you'll have to become one of us. One of them, that is. Speak to Loik, the Immaculate Abbot of the village to the north. Silver Glen, it's called. He'll be only too eager to gain another convert, and only the initiated are Source Hunter! In the name of the innocent Immaculates, those unaware of the fanged head... Welcome to Silver Glen, home and hearth of Immaculates.
My friend, did you hear? That man said the one called Atten. We must find this village sacred stone. I am certain Jarrett has been taken there.
Careful, comrade.
Sigurd's beard, what a find!
Claudia whispering all kinds of accusations about Lawrence, but until she has proof, whispers their...
Hello and welcome to our shop. I am the son of the proprietor, Nadia. Please let us know how we can help you. You've probably noticed that my mother Nadia and I aren't from around here. No. We traveled rather far from our hometown to plant new roots here in Silver Glen. My father, Ben, his death was somewhat mysterious. And with Ma's a bit intense, to be sure. Set in her ways, but fiercely loyal to the family. Help her out and you've got a friend for life. Cross her, and you'll be better off skipping town. Not that that'll stop her from cursing your line for the next 1,000 cycles of Bendis. My father was a good man. Equaling Hello again, or Dua Salutoin, as we say in our homeland.
Farma Malbenita, a source hunter in Silver Glen. I have traveled mile on top of mile to find help, and now help has, how you say, appeared from skinny vapors. Do a salutoin, Hunter. My story? Well, this is no small tale. I think perhaps I believe Lawrence, the leader of mining guild, tell my husband and many of other workers to mine deadly ore called tenebrium. Lawrence knew that this ore caused rot. Charming name, no? Yet ordered the miners to continue. Many men, my Ben among them, become the sickness. And now they, how you say, kick down the bucket. But the sickness, it is not normal. It killed my son Sebi and I travel from our home to find truth. But this has proven not so easy. My sweet little Pomargo Vizago, my darling Ben. We got along like, how you say, peas and ferrets. But here there is work, very well paid, in mines, clearing special rock from silver mine. We wait with hearts like stones for some months. And one day we see familiar figure moving with strange steps on path toward cottage. We run to meet him, and we help him inside and set him to rest. But he was in terrible condition. Each hour he grow worse, rot so fast we hardly recognize him after 2 short days. He slip away from us. When his father die, Sebi become restless. Being of the age, he join army and go straight to front line. Though I was nearly old woman, I join army as healer to be near and look after my boy. There we saw special legionnaire using strange weapon. And this legionnaire soon come to my tent with the same disease that killed Ben. I come to Silver Glen to discover truth. And here I find Lawrence, that arrogant man, conducts his business without apologize to any. Exactly this. Please, Source Hunter, you must help me prove that Lawrence made his workers to mine deadly tenebrium. For your help, I offer blessing from my homeland. Servi mal successos. Translation is difficult, but it means something like, if you fail, I will plant cherry tree and haunt your grandbaby beneath branches. Good luck. I will do my best to give answer, Source. I have not found scrap of civilization among these apes. Sebi longs for heaping plate of my famous sire mule, but the local fairs support no fine food, unless squirrel meat in spot. As for neighbors, well, those cultists would rather sacrifice supper to goddess. A terrible disease. It transforms flesh of living into flesh of corpse, while infected person still lives. Arms grow black and heavy, legs grow black and heavy, hair rots from nothing natural could cause such terrible disease at mere touch. If you ask me, I say dark magic, maybe even source at it. Ha! I have no interest in those emasculates and their goddess. Mezal mocht. This illness, this rot, it sounds very much like the disease that came to Home Forest.
If the scum who infected your forest are here, we'll round up every last one of them. You can set your clock by that, lady.